we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that's an interruption from your TV marathons, only known as Music Village. And yes, according to the Maestro, we are currently interrupting the marathon of The Honeymooners, The Twilight Zone, and even The Three Stooges. Now, sadly enough, there's no marathon for Looney Tunes, which I would love to say to Cartoon Network, for 2022, please kick off the year with a little bit of Bugs Bunny. Do the man some justice. But besides petitioning to get the Looney Tunes marathon back on TV for next year to kick it off in the right direction, I'm looking at my watch right now. Oh, it's just about that time. It's the witching hour, which means it's time for us to be brought up to speed with news stories from this week from, you guessed it, all around the world. And in our first news story, and in sad news from the world of hip-hop, MF Doom, the man behind the mask himself, unfortunately died this past year at the age of 49 years old. And the saddest part about all this is, folks, that he died on Halloween night, but the news of his death was reported as of December 31st of last year. And in my opinion, this guy was absolutely great on the microphone and definitely unique with his rapping style, not only including different forms of cartoons, but also different rappers in his work as well, including Ghostface Killer and even DJ Danger Mouse, a part of the album Man and the Mouse, or Mouse and the Mask. I was about to get the title wrong, and even though I did, that had to have been probably one of my favorite rap albums of all time of the modern day era of rap. And I, for one, who would love to thank Adult Swim for introducing me to MF Doom with not only his mix of Perfect Hair Forever, but also with several different songs that would be featured on their current page as we speak. And oh, for those who didn't know, he was also featured a part of the Grand Theft Auto Online Cayo Perico Heist soundtrack as well. So if you hear the song out there, definitely give it a listen. You won't regret it. And we here at Music Village would like to say, on behalf of probably one of the most unorthodox rappers and probably one of my favorite ones to date, MF Doom, may your work live on forever, and may you forever rest in peace. And in other news, and more or less music cover news to bring up the mood for this year, for you Frog Leap Studio fans wondering how does Frog Leap Studios kick off the new year? Well, with a little hint of Pokemon, and a live performance of their metal version of the Pokemon theme song from the European tour back in 2019. And in my opinion, this is definitely a cool way to kick off the year, and I hope in the near future he does a metal cover of the song Duel Masters. I don't know why that was the first song that popped in my head from my cartoon past, but yeah, definitely Duel Masters would be a cool song for him to do a cover of. That or the theme song for Zoids, even though they only had the word Zord said several times. Or was it Zoids? What was the name of that show, Maestro? Apparently he said Zords, so I got it wrong. But needless to say, folks, for any of you out there who wants to check out this cool live Pokemon cover theme song, you can head on over to the YouTube page of only one man, only known as Frog Leap Studios, to check it out for yourselves. And in other news, and more or less more music cover news, for you fans out there of Phil Collins In the Air and always wanted to hear a heavy metal cover of the song, well, OHB got you covered with a drum cover for the song, and would even include the iconic drum part that would be featured during this said song as well. And if you're wondering at home, yep, it's just like the original, but with a heavy metal twist on it, which is always appreciated. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out this cool metal cover of a classic Phil Collins song that was delivered to us just before the clock struck midnight to enter into this new year, then I recommend you head on over to the YouTube page of only one man, only known as OHP, to check it out for yourselves. And here's hoping in the near future, once again like we said last year, that he does a cover of the song Gary Numan's Cars, and most likely get the same keyboard that Gary Numan did said song with. Or was that the song with the flock of seagulls with that cool keyboard? According to the maestro, it was both. Alright? And I guess with all those regular news stories out of the way for this week, you guys out there know what time it is. It's time for us to go into a very special New Year's Day / evening edition of Video Game News. And in our first video game news story, and an exciting news for you PS Plus fans who are looking for cool games to play to kick off the year, because it's been announced that the games for PS Plus for this month to kick off the first month of 2021 would be none other than Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Greedfall, and for those who have a PS5, a chance to play the RPG shark game none other than Maneater. And in my opinion, seeing the fact that I had a lot of fun playing Rise of the Tomb Raider and still need to do some form of review for it, I can't wait till I get my hands on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but really am intrigued by Greedfall and the combat that they have involved for that game. And for those who are wondering when will all of these games be available, they will be available as of the first Tuesday of this year, which will be January 5th of 2021. And I do believe that would be the first time we would say a full date here on Music Village for the new year? Like it. And in other video game news, and more or less a new record video game news. For those who've been trying to conquer for years the record that has never been able to be conquered before of the Super Mario 602 challenge, which for those who don't know what that is the Super Mario record of getting stars, all of them, in not only Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, but also Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 consecutively in one big giant oversized speedrun. And one man would be able to beat the well over 20-hour record, none other than Odd Me, who would end the year off by beating the record after taking well over 5 years to conquer the said record. And the new record that has been made by this guy would be none other than 19 hours, 49 minutes, and 3 seconds. So congratulations to Odd Me for setting this brand new record, and he would say on Twitter the following. After 5 years of Mario, the final hour barrier for the 602 has been broken. Sub 20, done. Thank you to 360 Chrism for showing me the 602 way back in 2014, Fire Dragon, and Talon 2461 for inspiring me to keep pushing my runs to their limit. And thank you all for watching. And for those who didn't get a chance to catch him beat this record that stood the test of time for well over 5 years, then I'd recommend you head on over to his Twitter page, only known as Odd Me, to check it out on his Twitch page for yourselves, since they're both in 2 different categories. Just spreading it out for you guys. And in other news, besides brand new records, news from Grand Theft Auto Online. For you fans of the Cayo Perico heist who's been trying to get the most out of the heist you can, well, I have some good news for you for this week. Because it's been announced while you're scoping out the said heist, you can also go and look for treasure while you're scoping out the heist. And for those out there who are able to find the hidden treasure chests, well over 5 of them before January 6th, you will go home with an additional $100,000 in GTA dollars. On top of the already $1 million you get a month, making it a grand total to kick off the year of $1.1 million. And I, for one, I like it. And not to mention the fact that I got a feeling GTA series videos is gonna most likely figure out where all those treasure chests are before anybody else. I might wait and see what's up his sleeve before I go on that big, giant, oversized treasure hunt for myself. But the fun don't end there, folks, because alongside with that, folks, you also get a brand new outfit along the lines of the Bigness tie-dye sweater and the Bigness tie-dye sports pants, along with a seasonal outfit for your Ubernaut vehicles along the lines of the Revolter, the Vapid Speedo, the Custom Highway Menacer, and even alongside with that, folks, a bonus on the In and Out Adversary mode with double GTA dollars and RP all week long. And on top of that, folks, to continue on with the bonuses to kick off the year for GTA Online, you can also win the Obey Omnis off the wheel for this week, along with discounts on the Chevrolet Taycan, 40% off, and even 40% off on the Armored Karen Karuma for this week. And even 40% off of not only the Phantom Wedge, but the BF Ramp Buggy, and even a discount on special cargo vehicle warehouses for those who want to make a little extra money on the side as well. And for any of you out there who wants to check out the complete list of discounts and special things that will take place in the world of Rockstar Games, you can head on over to their website, only known as rockstargames.com, under the Newswire section to check it out for yourselves. And I guess with that said, folks, for this week heading into a brand new year, you have all officially been brought up to speed. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back to the music one more time. And when we return, we'll be back with the final segment for Music Village for this week, right after this. So don't wear your horns out in evening traffic just yet, folks, and stay tuned.